Good afternoon from Porsche of Ocala. My name is Scotty Williford, one of the Porsche product geniuses over here. And today I'm here to showcase to you the brand new 2017 Porsche Panamera 4S. Now this is a car truly shaking up the luxury car world over here, because it's not only just a bounce of luxury, but also an amazing sports car. Now the 4S actually comes with 440 horsepower, 405 foot-pounds of torque, just from a V6 twin-turbo system. But let's go ahead and show the power plant of this amazing car, just to get started right off the bat. Now Porsche is world-renowned for their lovely engines, and this one's no exception. So let's go ahead and pop the hood over here and take a little peek about what all the fuss is about. Beautiful to see that emblem there. There we go. As you can see, this is a 2.9 liter V6 twin turbo. And now, not just the engine that makes this car truly spectacular, the suspension of this car is truly amazing in itself. Now, instead of just being dynamic dampeners, which we see from every other luxury brand, Porsche also includes a 3-airbag system on the car, which essentially can adjust the height, the dampening, as well as the suspension levels and everything of the car, truly making it fully customizable to however you're wanting it to drive. And we can actually see those air suspension lines right over here, which are going to be in this little green line on this side and this red line on this side. And of course the dynamic dampers are going to be seen by these little electrodes coming out of the shock towers right over here. Truly an amazing piece of technology. Another feature we're going to notice on the new Panamera are going to be the PDLS Plus headlights on this one. We can see by the very nice and easy to notice Ford LED dot matrix, giving this Porsche a very nice distinctive look. Of course, the daytime 8 LED running lights down below. Do a little side profile of this one. Massive brakes on this thing as well. Very nice 20-inch alloy rims as well, painted in black on this car. Give it very nice contrast. Matches very nicely with the rear vent. Absolutely gorgeous car. But now it's not all about performance with this car, which of course this one has plenty of it. This one, having the sports package, is going to include all-wheel steering, which essentially at lower speeds would turn the tires in the opposite direction to allow you to have better turn and response, smaller turn radius, and just better response in general. But also at highway speeds, it would actually turn with you in the same direction for high-speed lane changes, making those lane changes much more smooth and a lot less dangerous as well. No risk of losing control of the car, of course. And of course, with that is also going to include the sports exhaust system and sports chrono, which give this car a very distinctive sound, as well as lowers the shift time and gives it adaptive engine mounts. Now that's, I mean, just everything on this car can be adapting and constantly changing. Truly amazing car. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this vehicle. Some of the aspects that we're going to see before we even come inside, though, are going to be, if we just want to unlock the car, we can just reach for the door handle right over here and it would simply unlock it. And if we wanted to lock the vehicle, then we go and just press our thumbs right over here on these little lines. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that interior. Absolutely world-class interior. Finest materials as well. Leather everywhere on this puppy. Well, let's go ahead and hop on in. Now, some things to take away from this are going to be some of the differences between this Panamera and the previous Panamera. Now, some of the things are going to be including the all-new fully digital dash. You can see it's actually digital on both sides, but of course, still coming from Porsche's racing history. The tachometer is going to be located right over here in the center. Really cool little feature there. Nice to know that Porsche still remembers all their racing history. And of course, some other racing history is actually going to be the key still located on the left-hand side, back from in their days of racing on Le Mans. But just going over to this digital display alone, of course, we can see navigation right over here, which we can see is on a much bigger display than what it used to be on the previous Panamera. But if we start twisting it down, this one's actually going to have night vision. Truly an awesome use right over here. Now, this one is made for essentially for pedestrian detection, animal detection, for late night, along a dark country road. It also has a little hidden feature not many people know about, is that if you see a little glowing engine block on the side of the road, maybe it's a good idea to probably start slowing down in case that might be a cop or something along the lines there. So a pretty cool little useful feature right over there, and some maybe not so well-known purposes. And of course, the second on this side can also be controlled from over here as well. So we can see your trip computer, outside temperature, speed limit information, where you would actually have to go to start your navigation. Really, truly amazing things. But going back to some of the driving dynamics of this car on a standstill has an 85 rear bias on the torque split, which if we actually come right over here, we would actually be able to see that if I go into drive. We can see right over there. So it's a very rear biased all-wheel drive system, which typically with most manufacturers, an all-wheel drive system causes for understeer through the corners, which makes a drive very boring and actually unsafe in a lot of situations, especially if you take a corner a little too fast. But this car is rear biased very heavily, so you still have all the benefits of an all-wheel drive system, but all of the joy of having more rear bias. A very nice system. Really thought it through. And of course, some of the other features you're going to find on this one are going to be the G meters. So you can actually see the G force that are actually put on the car, and you can set that just for normal or for max in case you're tracking the vehicle. It is a Porsche after all. We can also check lap times, which comes with the Sports Chrono package, which you can see this nice little clock right over here. Gives it a really cool look to it as well. We come down using the little wheel right over here. There's our torque distribution. Here's our tire pressures. Vehicle information. So this is all just goes back to how much of a sports car this car truly is. But if we start talking about the luxury of this vehicle too, the attention to detail is truly amazing. The air vents surrounded in a very nice brushed aluminum, the gloss black accenting all throughout the car, and the size of the infotainment system itself and how well it's incorporated into the dash is truly something to behold. Now, if only other manufacturers can figure out how to do something at least even a little similar. But of course, everything you expect to find on a luxury vehicle, automatic headlights, automatic windshield wipers, everything along the lines there. But also automatic high beams on this one as well, which is a very nice little feature. It can just be activated just by pressing the little stalk forward. But let's go ahead and talk about the infotainment system, because this is really, truly amazing over here, which can be controlled from two different locations. We can either use it all by touchscreen. As we see my hand gets close, the actual display pops up because of the little infrared sensors on the left and right hand side actually detect my hand getting close to it. So if I wanted to do anything, I just bring my hand close, destination. If I want to enter in an address, how easy it is to go about it. Let's go ahead and just hit this little guy. I can just hit start route guidance.
The route is being calculated.
And we're on our way. And we can see just how fast it actually calculated that route. Now, if I wanted to cancel it, all I have to do is just hit stop. So not only is it good looking, but it's also very easy to use, which once again, many manufacturers are taking that for granted. They spend so much time making it look good, they forget how to make it easy to use. But some of the other features you're going to find on this one is actually going to be equipped with the Bose surround sound system, a really great sounding surround sound system, which can be customized fully to however you like it. So of course we can customize the fader, the balance, the treble, the bass, even everything from the surround sound on the XM, linear, sound true, audio pilot, all the different adjustments that Bose actually puts into the system. But what's really nice, they even consider the audio files of the automotive world, and they allow you to actually customize the sound based on each frequency. So let's say you're listening to FM. You can actually have a little more treble, a little less treble, maybe a little more bass. You can customize it on there. Then if you go to satellite, you can also customize it on that page as well. Instead of it all being linked into just one setup, you can actually customize it across every form of audio, which really just allows for a lot of customization on the car. Now, back to the sport driving aspect of the vehicle. If we go ahead and hit the drive little button right over here, we actually see all the customization for the driving aspect. Now, of course, since this one has the Sports Chrono package, we actually get the little mode changer right over here, which the modes are going to include normal here. See if we can include the dash there. Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, which is a customizable mode, which you can set to be however you want it. And back to normal, of course. Now, if we go to Sport mode, we can actually see it changing right over here in real time. Sport, of course, puts the actual chassis into a medium mode, so just medium height right over here. If we put in the Sport Plus mode, it actually lower the car down to give it better aerodynamics, less body roll. Really amazing there. We can also set everything to Sport Plus, which is set the chassis to Sport Plus as well, and turn on the Sports exhaust system. I wonder if we can go ahead and hear that through the mic here. So let's go ahead and give it a little rev. Really a wonderful sounding car. Now, and what's really nice about this is this can all be changed on the fly. So if you see a bumpy road maybe coming up ahead, all you have to do is just set quickly the chassis to normal, and then you're good to go. But being this is a family car, let's say you need to go on a trip to the beach or anything like that, and you need to raise the car up because you're worried about getting stuck. This is all-wheel drive after all. Go ahead and lift the car up, and we can actually see the car self-leveling. I don't know if you can see that through the camera, to adjust to a higher setting, maybe for going off-road or going over certain bumps or anything like that. So once again, just fully customizable, all within here. Now, here's a feature that a lot of people have been seeing online, and this is going to be the center vent control. All this little center vents right over here, this in the front and in the rear is mirrored. We can actually control it all electronically. So we can see it actually moving. Or we can just hit the fused and let it take care of everything itself. And of course, this one is going to include some very cool little features. Of course, ventilated seats, heated seats, everything you expect to find, especially in this great Florida weather that we have down over here. It's been a little toasty lately, so I'm actually going to turn on those ventilated seats right now. Now, auto air recirculation is also included on this vehicle. Now, every car has air recirculation in case you smell a garbage truck, but very few manufacturers actually take consideration of auto air recirculation. In case there's any high levels of smoke, pollen, allergen in the air, anything like that, the car is actually set to automatically turn on air recirculation for you. So essentially the car is smelling the air for you to try to prevent you from having to quickly search for your air recirculation button in case you see any clouds of smoke or anything like that. So they think about every little thing, even just convenience factors of the vehicle. Now, safety features on this car are truly amazing as well. This one has lane change assist, essentially what Porsche calls the blind spot monitoring system, which you can see was this little black square located right over here. This would illuminate at speeds above 32 miles an hour in case a car would be approaching from your blind spot. It would let you know that a car is there, and just give you a nice little safety alert system in case you're having an off day for that day. It'll keep you in check there. Night view assist, which we already showcased, is turned on. But let's go ahead and look at the camera systems of this car. Of course, here's the rear view camera. Very nice picture with guidance lines. So you can predict exactly where you would need to park. Really cool little feature there. Let's go ahead and exit out of that. Now this one will spoil you really quick right over here. Now we do have ambient lighting, but we see a little thing that's right over here. And this one's going to be for your massage seat function. As we can see, we actually have about 5 different massage seat sections. So we can choose what kind of massage that we want. My personal favorite is shiatsu right over here. And I have it set to maximum. All right, maybe I don't want to get out of this car quite yet. So let's go over some more little features. Now, ambient lighting. This one's a really cool little package on this car. So depending on maybe your mood for that night, if you want to have it in red, you want to drive a little more sporty, we can actually turn the brightness of all this up. And we can see red ambient lighting glowing down below. Really cool looking. We can change it all the way to orange, blue, green, everything. It can all be customized fully to however the driver wishes it to be. So really cool little stuff there. All right, now let's go ahead and quickly take a look at the back seat as well, because there's some cool little features we don't want to miss out back there as well. And this one actually features a very similar touchpad system to what we actually just saw in the front. Now let's see if we can get that little guy going here. There we are. So you see this also features the touch control vent right over here, which can all be controlled right here. Pretty neat stuff. So it allows you as a driver to have a little bit of fun, but also lets your backseat passengers have a little bit of fun themselves. So pretty neat stuff over here. We can of course control the media from back here as well. Sunshades. And this car actually features a dual pane sunroof, which can be controlled individually in case the backseat passengers want to have it a little darker. You can also close the side vents, or my apologies, the side little windscreens here. Truly changing the interior atmosphere of the back seats. Really cool little feature there. And as I was mentioning, just some of the attention to detail in this car is truly amazing. I mean, just the frameless mirror just gives it such a luxury look to it. It's amazing if you hop in this car and then into another vehicle, how outdated even just the mirrors look on some of the older vehicles. But let's go ahead and hop back out here and just do one more walk around. Let's go ahead and head to the trunk. Now, another nice little feature they actually put back here on the trunk is the ability to actually just kick open the vehicle, just for as long as you have the key in your pocket. Give a little kick back here, the tail lights flash, and the trunk will open in case you have to load anything heavy inside the vehicle. You don't have to set down the package, open up the trunk, pick it back up, load it back in, possibly straining your back, and maybe having to use those massage seats just a little bit more. What a punishment that would be. But let's say you put all your stuff in there and now you're ready to take it back out. All you have to do is just close it again with your foot, and it would actually close the trunk for you without, once again, having to set everything down, closing the trunk or anything like that. Let's go ahead and do that little walk around again. This car just has an amazing profile. Now it's amazing to actually say that the Panamera is actually a competitor to the 7 Series in the S-Class, as before it really had no competitor. And this car is actually about an inch wider than the 7 Series or the S-Class, giving it plenty more interior space, but still the drivability of a Porsche, which is just world-renowned. But if you have any other questions regarding this vehicle or any other vehicle in our lineup, you know who to call right on over here. We're always happy to get you all taken care of. Other than that, you have a great day and take care.